Welcome to Mark the Book. We're here in the biggest European Hall of Fame for graffiti and street art. This is the so-called Aerosol Arena. Ford sold more than 17 million Ford Fiestas worldwide since they've launched the car. Now they present the 8th generation of the Ford Fiesta. How it drives, what else it delivers, let's find out now. Our test car is the Ford Fiesta with a trim level titanium, so this is actually the highest trim level you can buy until the trim level Vignale will arrive later the year. Our car features the 1-liter 3-cylinder petrol engine with 100 brake horsepower and 170 newton meters of maximum torque. This is combined here with a 6-speed manual gearbox, and I think that really works well. And I think that's powerful enough for a small car, for a city car. Absolutely sufficient. For the new Fiesta, Ford offers two different petrol engines. There's a 1-liter 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol, and there is a 1.1-liter 3-cylinder without a turbocharge. They deliver a power range between 70 up to 140 horsepower. On top there is a 1.5-liter 4-cylinder diesel turbo engine, and that offers between 85 up to 120 horsepower. Gear shifting is either with a 5 or 6-speed manual or with a 6-speed automatic gearbox. The space the Fiesta offers, I think, is absolutely okay for a small car like this one. As you see, I do not have plenty of headroom, but it's still enough, and we do have this big glass roof in here, and this is quite wide, so that means this gives me the extra centimeters I need. It's quite comfortable. I think even behind me you can still sit comfortably, but I think you shouldn't be a tall person and it shouldn't be for long distances. Regarding to the boot size, the car offers between 292 up to 1093 liters. I think that's a reasonable size for a small car. The new Ibiza, for instance, offers about 60 liters more, but I think it's still absolutely okay. The craftsmanship and the materials we find at the interior of the Fiesta, I think, are a big step forward regarding to the predecessor. We do have loads of soft touch materials. We of course have some hard plastic here, but it looks good, it's all fine. And we do have some glossy surfaces here at the dashboard, which really lifts the level of the car a bit, and some chrome here and there, so I think the interior is absolutely okay. Looking at the cockpit, I have to say you really find everything you need for driving and navigating, and it's easy to read it, so it's all very clear, but I think it's a bit too clear. I think a bit more of passion, some minor changes would really give this system here a bit of a kick. And I have to say the angle of that cockpit could have been a bit more driver orientated, it's a bit more flat, but this really is complaining on quite high levels. When we're talking about new cars, we have to talk about connectivity, even though we're sitting in a small car today. And the Ford Fiesta works the way you expect from a modern car. You have the opportunity to easily connect your smartphone or mobile device with the car via cable, or if you want via Bluetooth. That works perfectly, and it doesn't matter if it's an Apple or Android system. And they offer an up to 8-inch touchscreen in here, which works perfectly. And what I really like is you can use that one like you use your smartphone, so you can zoom in and zoom out just using your fingers. That really works very nice. The drive of the new Fiesta is really nice. The car is, like the predecessor, quite agile. The suspension is stiff enough to provide you with some fun while driving around curves, and it, on the other hand, offers you more than enough comfort when you're driving like I do now through the countryside. I think the engineers made a good job there. The Fiesta comes with different trim levels. At the moment we do have Trend, Cool & Connect and Titanium, which is our car as well. Later the year they're going to have the so-called ST line, which is the more sporty version, and they will have the Vignale, which is the top version then. Next year they will deliver a, let's say, crossover version, which will be called Active, and on top of this they do have the ST model, which then delivers 200 horsepower. If we're talking about the design, we see that this is the typical Ford grille, but the interior of that grille looks different depending on the trim level. With our car, the Titanium, we do have these chrome elements here, but they are completely different with other trim levels. But more important and very unique is that Ford offers completely different faces, and this is regarding to the fog lights here. With other trim levels, they're not only at different positions, they're also completely with different shapes. The new Ford Fiesta is a lot more modern than its predecessor, and that's not only regarding to the, as I think, very fresh design, it's also regarding to connectivity, infotainment and driver assistance and safety systems. Very interesting is here that they really did different faces for each of the variants of the car. So you really will see in your rearview mirror which kind of a Ford Fiesta we're talking about. And on the other hand, they do only offer 3-cylinder petrol engines, which means we also talk about a 3-cylinder regarding to the Ford Fiesta ST, which will come next year. Overall, I have to say Ford did a great job with the car in a very important segment, and I have to say this is a great step into the right direction.